Well, I first want to thank everyone for attending the Mercedes Me app workshop. Hope you found it useful. This video will cover the same topics as the workshop, but it's going to let you do it at your own pace and just let you review those topics you might have found most interesting. If you did not attend the workshop and you're watching this video, my name is Dave. I'm a product concierge at Mercedes-Benz of Louisville, and I started presenting workshops last month. So this is the second one, and the first one was everything you can do with the key fob, and I'll put a link to that video at the end of this video. Well, I hope you found the workshop useful, and I hope you enjoy this video. And go ahead, get yourself a glass of wine or some bourbon over ice, and enjoy. Hopefully, I'll see you at the next workshop. All right, now, if you've been using Mercedes Me, you might have heard of the Mercedes Me app. In this video, I'm going to show you all the different functions you can do on the Mercedes Me app. Some of the most useful features, such as unlocking and locking a car remotely, to tracking it on a map. At the top of the home screen, you have the year, the model, the mileage, and the lock status. And right below that, you have a beautiful image of your car. And underneath the image of the car is a fuel gauge showing you how many miles you have left to run out of fuel, as well as percentage. But the cool feature here is if you click on that, it's a hot link taking you to a bunch of information such as your trip data. Everything you ever wanted to know about the current and recent driving around of your beautiful Mercedes. At the top, you got overview, which shows the range again, the fuel level, and your current mileage on your car. Then you have from start, so both the distance traveled, the driving time, the average speed, and the average consumption in miles per gallon. And of course, at the very end, you got from reset, how far you traveled. In my case, 671 miles, which took me a little over 17 hours, the current speed of 39, and my average fuel consumption of 23.4. Now, if I click on the X, I'm back at my home screen, and I'm at my quick touch remote controls. And going from left to right, I got lock or unlock the car. I can remote start with the second button, or I could blow the horn or flash my lights. Now, if I click on the four squares, I go to my secondary screen where I can see my vehicle status, my vehicle care. Oh, am I too loud? Down below you have remote controls. We're going to pass fueling and charging because it only applies to electric vehicles. Then we have security and safety with geofencing and vehicle alarm. Let's move back up to probably one of the best features of the Mercedes Me app is vehicle search. Let's click on that, and the black dot represents you, and the little icon that has vehicle inside the circle, that's, guess what? Yes. If you said your car, you're absolutely correct. And you're thinking, that's pretty good. I can see where I am. Let's get to my vehicle. I could probably find it if I walk to it, but it gets better. You ready? If I click by foot, it'll actually now walk me to my car step by step. That's pretty good. I'm going to click on the X, and now what I can do, I can type in a destination, and I'm going to go to the Cheesecake Factory. He doesn't like that place. And I can do a couple things now. I could click and share the route with a friend. I could preview the routes. If I click that and I scroll down, I have the route that's going to send me on. If that's all right, I could then say send to vehicle. I'll say, it says once you're ready to start your trip, your vehicle will recalculate to find the best route based. That's pretty good. I'll hit continue and it's going to send it to my vehicle. So I'll go ahead and send that. So now I get in my car. We all set to head to the Cheesecake Factory. Pretty good. All right, I'm going to click X. And then I'm going to click back on my 4 squares, return to my status screen. The next thing I want to look at is tire pressure. Mine says unknown right now because my car has been starting a while. But it will show the tire pressure of each tire when it can. And I'm going to hit the X here. The next one is trip data. We looked at that already. That we get the same screen when we clicked on that fuel gauge on the home screen. So we'll clear out of that and look at vehicle status. It's another way to lock and unlock your car. You can see all the statuses right now. My lock status is locked. My windows are closed. My sliding sunroof is closed. Let's go ahead and look at lock status. And here you can see I can unlock my vehicle. Let me try to unlock it. We slide that bar over. Ask me for my Face ID. Looks like it's preparing. It's sending. It's finalizing. Now my car is unlocked. I'm going to go ahead and lock it back up. And looks like we're all locked up now. Windows just shows the status of the windows are closed. If they're open, you have red around that circle there. Right there. Yeah, on the circle. Around the window. But unfortunately, you can't open or close them. Some electric cars, you can do that with the app. Gives me my styling roof, my trunk, my engine hood status, and all that. That's pretty good. Let's close out of that by hitting the X. And last, we got over-the-air updates. It's nice to know if your car is up to date. And it gives you an explanation about each one. Looks like my car, which I call Allison, is all up to date. So that's exciting. All right, hit the X. And let's look at vehicle care. This will let you know when you're due for service. So it looks like I'm due in 8,777 miles. If I click on that, it gives me a little more info. Looks like everything's good. And I can even book an appointment to my dealership. So that's pretty good. Hopefully I never need to use collision repair. Clear the X there. And next we're going to move on to remote controls. Bring this to our remote controls on our features tab. And the first rectangle there is lock status. You're probably saying, Dave, that screen looks awfully familiar. Well, you're correct. We saw the same screen under vehicle status. So we'll briefly stay here for a second and then click the X to exit back to our features tab screen. Next is up engine start. You might be saying, well, Dave, we covered engine start. We were talking about the home screen and those quick icons. But here it lists what's required for a successful remote start, as well as a new feature added to the app about a month ago, and today is April 10th, is temperature. So now you can set the temperature for the cabin when you remote start your Mercedes-Benz. So that's a nice feature they added. We'll click the X. That brings us to Windows, and once again, we see this screen under vehicle status. So we're not going to spend much time here. We'll hit the X. We're going to hit the X. I think my phone is not working. There we go. And a new feature called digital vehicle key. And if you look at the picture there with the fob and the phone, it basically mirrors or clones your key fob to your phone. It works with iPhone and Android. And so basically you use your phone to unlock, lock the car, and start the car. So it's kind of like having an extra key fob. And I believe it's on most 2025 and 26 Mercedes Benzes. I do have a little piece of software where I can type in your model number and it'll tell me if it has digital vehicle key or not. All right. So hit the X. Okay, now we're done with remote controls. That brings us, we're going to skip fueling and charging. That's for electrical vehicles. And we get into security and safety and geofencing. Geofencing is awfully cool. You can see I have 3 areas defined. Home, so that's my house. Publix and Griffin Gate, which is the best golf course in Kentucky. And you can see them on my map. Griffin Gate's over in Lexington. There's Publix, and my car is there now. And then you can see I live close by. And so basically what happens, you can do it when you're entering and leaving, or just entering or just leaving. And I will get a message when Allison enters this home geofencing, this Publix or Griffin Gate. And it'll let me know if my car leaves. So if I'm playing golf and Allison tells me she left, I know might have a problem. So to set an area, we're gonna go to add, and it by default it shows up where you're at. So that's the best way to set the zone is when you're there. There's a zone, and then you hit next, and you give the zone a name. We'll call it test. Then you can say when it enters the zone or leaves the zone, or only when entering and leaving. Just for fun, we'll just say when leaving zone, and you can say always, and then you would save the zone. I'm not going to save the zone, so I don't want this one, but that gives you how to create a zone. So let's go back to our 4 squares. That takes us to vehicle alarm. Now, vehicle alarm, if you have the 360 alarm system, you can see I'm fully active, which is nice. And once your vehicle is locked, the sensors will activate automatically unless you manually change the setting. So you can see I don't have any recent warnings. Anti-theft protection, I have no incidents. And you can see all good there. Click the arrow back. Collision detection. That's a nice little feature where if it detects any type of collision, the car will automatically take pictures surrounding the car, and you can see I enabled my QR code encryption where I scanned it, and it will then now send me encrypted images up to my phone, which is nice. Cancel. There you go. And you see you got interior monitoring and tow weight protection enabled. If I didn't have any pictures, they would show up here. And there you go. Image deactivated. All right, so that ends our features page tab. The home stretch. Next on the agenda is to talk about how to personalize your user profile icon. You might not have even known you had one, but look it up on the home screen in the upper right hand corner. You should see an icon and a circle. On my phone is a picture of Speed Racer. Go ahead and press on that. Next, press on that same icon again. And now that picture has a pencil in it. So click on the pencil, and you can see you can now take a photo or select a photo, and that will replace that generic icon with that photo. And as a bonus, the icon that shows up in your car on the MBXU screen will also reflect the photo you chose here as well. I'm going to cancel out, but you take the time now to take a photo or select a photo, and it'll automatically save. I'm going to scroll backwards to my home screen, and the next topic I want to talk about is how to reset your PIN if you ever have to. The PIN, you'll be requested for a PIN if you do not have Face ID enabled and you remotely unlock or start the car. It's just to verify that you are who you are and your phone didn't get stolen and a criminal has your phone trying to take your Mercedes-Benz. So to reset the PIN, click on your icon that you just customized, settings, Mercedes Me PIN, and you can see you can type in your old PIN, give a new PIN if you want to change your PIN, or hit forgotten PIN and it'll send you a code for the current PIN. All right, now let's go ahead and see how you can add a co-user. And what a co-user is, let's say you had a Mercedes-Benz and you're the primary driver, but every once in a while you let someone else drive the car and you want them to have access to the Mercedes-Benz app features. Now, click on the vehicle, scroll up to where it says Manage Co-Users, add a co-user, and you're going to have your co-user scan that QR code with their phone, and your vehicle will now appear on their Mercedes-Benz app. Pretty good. Well, thank you so much for attending the workshop. I hope you found this video useful. Hope to see you all back at the next workshop, which I believe will be covering navigation. Until then, I wish you many happy miles in your Mercedes-Benz. Take care.
Online.